Hey guys.
Hey y'all. Talking about time management, we wanted to be on time. So I hope everyone is doing well. We welcome y'all tonight to this next edition of Nikkit&Me live. We enjoy these simply because we get to hang out with y'all. Y'all really make our day coming and hanging out with us and saying hello and spending some time in the chat. And we have the opportunity of dialoguing with each of you during this time. Most of the time it's just in the chats or in other videos or even in chats, comments on our videos. So we're grateful for these Wednesday nights at 9. We don't know if we'll always be able to keep them Wednesday night at 9. We may actually have to change those until another date, but right now Wednesday night at 9 works. I know there's some other things going on in the YouTube world, but we're grateful that each of you are hanging out with us tonight, and we look forward to hanging out with each of you. But we want to start by saying some hellos, and I really don't know. Best Offer Queen says second, but under our chat, that was the first one that we saw.
I actually think it was Funky Fluffy. I think he came in initially and put "gonna be epic." And of course, StreamYard said, "Phew."
Yeah, moved it all out of the way. So,
not sure, but I'm thinking that's how that was.
But Aaron, hello. Here is
Leroy.
Hello, brother Leroy. So good to see you. Eddie, so good to see you. Richard, hello, man. He was number 5. Let's see. Let's go on down. I think I put one in.
So there's Funky.
Gonna be epic. Maybe Funky Fluffy was first. And for whatever reason, and I put 6th. I just want to make sure I got in on the action.
Like Richard said, you don't count.
Richard said I don't count, and because it was my channel, and then I said, hey, I love competition, so I'll take 6. It's a whole lot better than 7th. And I don't know who 7th was, but nobody really knows who the 7th one was. Maybe it was Nikki T. Old Stickbot came in.
Yeah.
We just welcome old Stickbot. I don't know who Stickbot is, but he's no longer in here. But hello, Stickbot. Let's see.
Eddie.
Let's go on down. We already said hey to Eddie.
Sorry.
Let's see. Come on down. Whoop, and it jumped. It does it every single time.
Yep. You going too far.
You think so?
Yep. Now you gone too far again. You missed Calvin. Sam.
All right, here we go. Can't wait.
Shane.
Oh, did we miss some up here?
Nope. You too far again.
See, y'all, I can't do anything right. Nikki T, she just loves pointing it out.
Start with Shane.
There you go. What's up, Shane? Man, it's so good to see you. Calvin, the Kelly Hustle. Want to make sure I get Calvin in here.
Sam.
Let's go. What's up, Sam? So good to see you. Let's go. Isn't that Joey's jingle? I think Joey says that like 50 times.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Speaking of Joey's in here too. I just saw him.
We need to all get, every time Joey in a live says, let's go, we all need to take a sip of Coca-Cola. That's what I got right here. And we'd be Coke drunk before it got over with. We love us some Joey Bada Bean.
I don't drink Coke.
You don't drink Coke? You'd have to just get water.
Brandon.
What's up, Mr. Brandon? Good to see you. Brandon, of course, if y'all don't know, Brandon is almost going to be like, who is it in the Bible? Andrew. Andrew in the Bible. Every time Andrew is mentioned in the Bible, he's always mentioned as Simon Peter's brother. So Brandon is Colton's brother. We just need to say, what's up, Brandon? You got to be kidding me. Good to see you. He's a reseller. I think he's getting in the resale game again.
Did we say hey to Calvin? Yeah.
I think we did say hey to Calvin. Said hey to Sam. There he is.
Joey Bada Bean.
Let's go. What's up, Joey Bada Bean? Howdy days.
Happy days.
Happy days.
Oh, my goodness.
Howdy to happy days. I was reading your reply and said it all wrong. Miss Maurice, good to see you. Mr. Benz, hello.
Hey. Miss D's in here.
Miss DC Sales is in the house. Miss Summers, hello.
Debs.
Yep, Miss Debs. Farmer Mark, good to see you. The best mod in the business, Jennifer Hayes, hello. Miss Lisa Liquidations, good to see you.
Douglas.
Where's Douglas? There it is. Douglas was at the auction. I left the auction to come sit with you, but I will go
Well,
back.
thank you, Douglas.
Douglas, you are one of a kind, brother. We thank you for that. Hopefully you're finding some good things at the auction. Hopefully you're able to pick up some good things. Here's Shasha. I think she's got 1,000 watch hours on this channel, so we appreciate Shasha so very much.
Mr.
Tim Powell, hello. Good to have you hanging out with us again tonight. We want to make sure we say hello to everyone. Miss Jane. It jumped. It did it. Every time you get close. Miss Jane Lord, hello.
Dan, the answer man. You skipped Dan up there.
How did I skip?
By the way, Dan, I want to tell you something. Time management. We got to keep going. Anyway.
Dan, me and you going to have some words.
Dan, he rolled his eyes at me when I showed him what I bought today.
And then she said, you can blame Dan. She done threw you under the bus. Dan was like, bloop, bloop. I mean, we just rolled
throw you under the bus. I said, thanks to Dan, I have this new thing coming.
Thanks to Dan, I got a thing coming in December. I didn't ask how much it was, but she said, you can talk to Dan about that. He's the one that recommended it. So, Dan, we do appreciate you for recommending anything Star Wars to Nikki T. Seesaw Flips, hello. So good to see you. We'll get off Dan.
Your butt back, Victoria.
Victoria, where she is. Adventures in Reselling. Used to be known as Adventures in Reselling Victoria, but now she's just Adventures in Reselling. But we know it's Victoria. What's up? Try Flippers. Hello. So good to see you. Miss Michelle. Hello. How are you? Brittany Brand. She's got them brands. There it went. It jumps every time you get close to the bottom. Let's see.
Oh, yep. There's Nikki and Gary.
I didn't go too far. See?
My bad.
Y'all hear that? Nikki and Gary, hello. So good to see y'all tonight. Here's our buddy Colton and Courtney. I don't know if Courtney's reading or watching, but I'm glad old Howdy's in here. So good to see
Moon Outdoors.
Everybody, Moon Outdoors, hello. So good to see you tonight. Let's see. I don't know if that's everybody. Yeah. Oh no. Hi in the world.
Uncle B, Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy? Good to always good to see Jimmy in the house. Well, y'all, we want to talk about a few things tonight. We appreciate y'all so very much. Now, I don't want these chats to ever come across like we are teaching or even preaching. I did a video today, and I did get a little preachy in there, because I made a mistake, and I know that there are, let's go.
Did we say hey to Uncle Bo? Hey, Uncle Bo.
Hello, Uncle Bo. Joey said let's go, so I took a sip of my Coke.
I don't have anything to drink, so.
But in the video today that we put out earlier, I think 7 o'clock tonight, we've already had a lot of watchers on that, so I appreciate y'all so very much for watching that video. But in the video, I made a mistake. I put in a wrong number on a multi-quantity listing, and it was a hot item. I had 6. I listed 10, and all 10 sold. So that means I'm 4 behind. And so I made a mistake, and it sort of got me on a soapbox where I began to think about all those that portray that they got it all together, and they don't ever make mistakes, and they'll teach you how to not make mistakes. Yeah. That's between me and you. I think that's Funky's back. Hello. Yeah, that's one of the things that's almost a pet peeve to me. That's why in our channel, we don't ever really want to come across like we're telling you this is how you have to do it. We do things, we show you our mistakes, we show you our successes. So if you learn something from this channel, we pray that you do. But we also pray that it's enjoyable. You see our mistakes so that you don't make them.
Richard says, check my Mercari store for your missing.
That's exactly right. That's probably where those kits have been.
Those have already been mailed out, Richard.
She saw how hot they were. She just thought she was going to do that. Jimmy got some fire hats today. That's cool.
Jimmy's got a cool Star Wars book set too.
Yep. Man, she's probably going to buy that too. Victoria said she loved the mini sermon today, Rev. I think that's a good thing for us to always remember, not the mini sermon, but that we're not perfect. And we come across more approachable when we don't come across perfect. I'm a pastor, and I don't want to come across to anybody like I've got it all together and like I'm the one who's figured it all out, because I just know the one who's figured it all out.
I'm laughing at Jimmy's comment. He says you're going to show off your organization skills.
Organization, baby. Let's go.
I pulled a Joey. Rachel Smith just came in. Hey,
hello, Rachel. So good to have you with us. But everyone, Miss Jane, thank you for saying that. Everyone, and those are all caps, make mistakes. We do. And I think what separates us is when we make those mistakes, how do we react and how do we respond to those? Hopefully, I gave a good representation of how you respond. If you probably noticed, I used the clip of when Nikkit&Me beat me in our last video. I used that audio as my reaction off camera. That was a joke. Of course, I didn't react that way. I didn't like it that I made a mistake, but you have to own up to it.
Yeah.
And I did. I learned. I don't know really if I learned my lesson. It was a mistake. It wasn't really something I needed to learn to count better or put the right number in. I think that was my issue. And I don't know if I explained it all that well. What happened was I duplicated a draft. I drafted an item that I had 10 items of, and I duplicated that, and I did not change the number on the listing. My fault. I figured it out.
Operation error.
Operator.
There you go.
Operator error. Me. Exactly right. I did.
Y'all, before we move on, do y'all recognize this shirt? Do y'all recognize this? You Killing Me Smalls?
I put that thing on in one of those videos before.
It is a women's shirt. And Rev had it on yesterday.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I didn't have it on yesterday now.
Yes, you did.
Was it yesterday?
In the video? Oh,
it was a long time ago. Come on now, you watched it since then.
Before I did watch it.
I had that thing roar. I mean, it looked like I could have ripped that thing. I could have. This shirt's pretty tight too, but it's a little bit stretchy.
I know we're doing time management, but that's a good question.
How did you guys learn eBay? Is there a YouTuber you guys recommend? I would recommend Rev Resale. I mean, that cat. No, really, Happy Days. Boy. There is so many. I think the best way to learn eBay is to watch resellers. Of course, I don't train this is how you make a listing. I have done that. Look at some old videos, but we kind of share with you what sells. eBay is one of those things you're never going to learn it until you do it. So you just sort of have to dig in and figure it out. There are some how-to do eBay videos.
A lot of the people in the chat right now are really good eBayers, and if y'all want to drop your links so Happy Days can pick up on some links, a lot of the people. Yeah,
there's a lot in here that are really good eBayers and resellers, and you can learn a lot from each and every channel. I don't know if there's one channel I would say, hey, go watch this dude, because there's really not
there's a bunch.
One. Joey says he recommended Rev, one of my all-time favorites. Joey, I'll pay you. Your $20 is in the mail, brother.
Ben's, no, this did not fit Rev. If you noticed in the video, it was very tight on Rev.
I didn't stand up because it was showing my belly.
Like, it's a nice fitting shirt now.
What did I wear it for? I wore it in the video because the items that we purchased that had the greatest return on investment was small. So you're killing me smalls was the idea. But the greater illustration was the shirt was so small on me. That was really the greatest one.
And I was actually going to try to sell this shirt, but
she's not
going to do it. It's mine now.
Dan, I could too, brother, but I'm not going there.
So, we'll leave that alone. Yeah, there's a lot of people to learn from, and as long as you're, willing to learn and sit and listen, there's a lot of good information out there.
There are so many good YouTube channels to learn from. That's right. There are so many to watch, and so I'm sure you'll be able to find some great YouTubers. And if you're watching this video, I don't know how you contacted and got on our video, but YouTube will actually recommend like channels. Mm-hmm. So look at some of those videos, and not everything that you see on my channel is going to be 100% perfect and correct. Mm-hmm. So take parts that are good and learn, and take the parts like where I make mistakes and learn from my mistakes.
Hey to Squashy.
Squashy, what's up?
For those that don't know, that is Funky Fluffy's better half.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. Wendy is in the house.
Hey, Wendy, how you? Great Lake Flips.
Is
I
in the
about
house.
said finds. Uncle B's Old School Flips. Yeah, that's another good one. Uncle B.
No.
He's going to train us all on how to do the video editing. That
Yeah.
joker has upped the game on the video editing. So
Yeah.
he's doing really, really good on those.
When Rev is wearing that shirt,
Now I'm gonna leave that one there. I ain't even gonna read it. I'm gonna let y'all read it.
Oh my gosh, Dan, that is a meme in the making.
That ain't Dan. That's Jimmy that
I
said
know,
that. Give Jimmy the credit.
Jimmy said it, but that is a meme for Dan to make.
That was good, Jimmy. Point to Jimmy. That was
I say that too, Funky Fluffy, because he always says I'm his better half. I'm not saying I am. That's just what he always says. So.
No doubt, she is. Yep, that's right. So, update on the channel. This is something that I don't know if those of you that are YouTube content creators or even resellers, maybe this will work for y'all. This morning, I got up, had a wild hair. I don't know, maybe it was something we ate last night that caused this, but I got up and I thought, you know what I've never done? I've never shared our YouTube channel on my personal Facebook page. Of course, we have we have our Reverend Resale page. We have other things. Excuse me, that Coke's that Coke's gurgling.
I've just started burping him before the.
But this morning I got up and I wrote out a long little thing on our Facebook page, and OSP, man, you didn't have to do that.
School picker in the house. Thank you, Chris.
Dollar menu. We will put it to good use, brother. I can pick out at some Mickey D's, there's no doubt. But what I did is I got up this morning and I went to my personal Facebook page. I don't know. I think we have I don't know how many.
I don't know.
Probably close to 1,000 connections that we have on Facebook and friends there. So we just put out, hey, this is our YouTube channel. So many people know us from so many different avenues of our life. So we put it out, and the last video that we had, I mean, the views blew up. Now, I don't know if everybody knows how to sub, but our sub count went up, our views went up on our latest videos, and we had a lot of dialogue from people that we know that have asked questions and emailed us and texted us and said, hey, we didn't know you did this. We're grateful that you share. So this may be a little word of advice. If you're a YouTuber or a reseller, let folks know. I mean, there may be some great advantage in letting those that are close in the network with you know that you do this. And we don't really know. Maybe they'll have some stuff to sell us, or maybe they will watch and do YouTube as well. I hope. Thank you so very much for the super chat.
Thank you for being you. Love from me and Squashy. Thank you so much, Funky Fluffy.
No doubt. Thank you very much. Well, that's one of the things that I think I learned from, and I learned from today is that when we let people know, you never know what they will do. They may have great content. They may, I don't know what in the world my wife's done. She done got us off. I don't know why we're super clear on StreamYard and we're not super clear on YouTube, but we're grateful that y'all are hanging out with us and watching. Richard, my goodness, man, that's awesome, brother. Thank you so very much. Rev, have you ever thought about doing another channel about your main profession? Of course, I am a full-time pastor, and we have a Facebook page, and we have different things that we share on that Facebook page and different things that we do. I never really have thought. I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of ministry that has come from this channel. We communicate with a lot of people outside of YouTube that we have met on YouTube that we encourage in our first profession. Yeah. So I guess the answer to that is my first profession is going to roll over into this profession because I am a full-time pastor and a fun-time reseller. So this is the reselling side of our life that we share, but I'm still a pastor. I'm still a Christian, so that doesn't change.
Sam said, until YouTube figures out how awesome we all are. Agreed, Sam. Agreed.
We have to market yourself on social media. You're right. And we put that out. I don't know why we haven't done that, but we did. Will you ever do a live YouTube auction? Well, Tim, I heard some stuff recently. I really don't know the laws and the rules and all that goes along with the live YouTube auctions.
Yeah.
We have all kind of stuff that we probably could do that with. but our plate is full. Just to be honest with you, I can only imagine YouTube auctions being a lot of work, and so we may do that.
We would definitely have to learn and educate ourselves first. Joe's in the house. Hey to Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Brandon says we're crystal clear on his TV.
I'm glad, brother. I'm glad.
HD.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Dan. He figured out how awesome you all are about 4 months ago.
Oh, man,
this is
cool.
an awesome community. Everybody in this community, we love them all.
So let's get into the topic. And when we get into topics, we want to make sure that y'all are participating in the topic. So what I'm going to do is we're going to talk tonight about time management. And when I talk about this, I want to give a little precursor right up front to say I am not talking about time management because I have it figured out. I want us to talk about time management so that we can learn from one another and maybe figure some things out that we can help one another with. So when I don't want to come across like I'm being, Pastor D, and then I'm telling you, hey, this is how you got to do it, because I really don't know. I got some suggestions and some topics for us to talk about, but I believe it will be valuable for us as we discuss it. When setting up payment, do you put
buyer has to pay immediately or no?
Yes. Every single time I try to do that. Now, the only time a buyer does not have to pay immediately on my eBay stores is if they make an offer for whatever reason. If they make an offer and you accept it, they don't have to pay right away. And I also have it set up where if it is, and I think eBay has it set up that if you win an auction, you don't have to pay right away. I don't know why. I wish it was altogether different, that if you make an offer, that automatically it would withdraw that or whatnot, hold it.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen that way.
Ken Lovett is in the house. Hey, Ken.
Ken, I agree. Time management is the hardest part of reselling. That's why we're going to talk about it. Tommy, what's up? Buffalo Picker.
Yep.
Good to see you, brother.
Sold some Barbies yesterday.
Yeah, we sold, I think, 4 Barbies in our latest video. I had that number right. I just didn't have the other number, right. So time management. I've got some banners, and we're going to learn. Debbie Burns, I don't know if we said hey to you yet.
Miss
but
Debbie.
What's up? What's up? So, time management. The first thing that I think is really important about time management, and I'm about to put up this banner, and I want us to discuss this. Prioritize everything in your life. Prioritize everything in your life.
That sounds like a big order.
It does.
Sounds like a big order.
You want to talk a little bit about prioritizing everything in your life?
Oh, prioritizing.
Well, let me do it. I came up with it. I'll put it out there. I think if you have your priorities out of order, then you may be giving time to things that are not important.
Yeah.
So if you first have not set a standard and say, these are the things that are important in my life, and these are things that I value greatly, and because you prioritize and you value these things greatly, they're going to get prioritized even when it comes to time. Now you say, well, my family is more important than my eBay business. Well, duh, your family is more important, and that should be. You should prioritize that. Yeah. But if you're a full-time reseller, you have to spend time working, doing your job of eBay and doing it well so that you can be granted that time with your family. Yeah. So what happens is when individuals get priorities out of balance and, job becomes so important and money becomes so important that you never have time to spend with your family, or you never have time to go to your son's baseball game or your daughter's softball game or whatever, dance recital, whatever it may be. So if money is the most important thing to you and you prioritize money and making money as quick and as fast as you can, it's probably going to dominate your time, and you're going to focus all your time there. So it's really important. I'm preaching. So you go ahead.
No, I'm just listening. I was just going to.
You're amen? Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is really important. Now,
let
me say this up front. I'll ask you. You're the one present, and then we'll look at some of the chat on this first topic, prioritizing everything in your life. Has Rev Resale always had that, always prioritized everything in my life correctly?
No.
You said that like you didn't say it with enough fervor. I mean, you should have said, no. Shoot, no. There have been times in my life and still that I have to be corrected when my priorities get out of order. And there are times that I'm focusing too much on YouTube, or there's times I'm focusing too much on eBay or whatever, that I need a little prioritizing adjustment. And I think we all need it.
Yeah. It's not always fun to hear that, but I think having somebody willing to tell you that is a good thing.
Yeah, that's probably another good one. In time management, you probably need to have somebody to tell you your time management skills stink.
Want to say hey to Justin, and Treasure Box Land came in.
Hello.
Callie Picker came in too.
Hey, James. James is awesome. Had tacos. Bragged about that. I don't blame him.
We had Chick-fil-A, Joey. We ate Chick-fil-A for dinner.
Yeah, Dan, the answer man. Does your family pay your bills? No, but you have to have a balance or you will burn out. Yeah, burning out is really, something that takes place. So,
well, I've heard some resellers make the comment that there's some family members that actually resent their reselling because they spend so much time focusing on the sourcing and the listing, and there's not that balance. So the last thing we want is to resent one another or have our kids resent us in what we do in the reselling world because we don't balance correctly.
Yeah. I mean, they think we're cool because we're on YouTube. They think, but the eBay right now is really not something that's, crazy important to them, but they understand the importance of money and they understand the importance of work. Ministry for me, I know that's not what this topic is about, but ministry for me, there was a time in my life that, ministry is a job. Ministry is important, but it even got out of balance in my life.
Yeah.
That Nikkit had to point that out to me, and she's like, was almost like you're married to the church. And I had to realize and pull back and say, yeah, God's called me to serve the church, but the first institution is my family, and the family is important, and I'm still needing to learn that.
Flipping Bonkers too. Flipping Bonkers came in.
Hey. Richard says money should always be second or third or maybe fourth. Sometimes I think money should even be last. I mean, it just all depends. I think money is one of those that can move up and down on that scale. There are times that money is the most important thing. Not ever like prioritized, but at that time, I'm focused on making money. On eBay, I'm focused on doing what I need to do to make money. Yeah. But it's because I want to spend the rest of the time focused on my family. So yeah, those are, it is a tough thing to do. I still struggle sometimes.
It's definitely not easy, and we don't have it down to an art.
No way.
We still struggle, but we like hearing y'all's what y'all do too. Like, I mean, if you have how you balance yourself out, please throw it in the chat. Feel free. We want to hear.
Amen.
We're still working on it too. We're nowhere near figured out.
I enjoy most things about reselling and YouTube, so I lose track of time when I'm working on that stuff. I'm right there with you, brother. That's why I call this fun time. If YouTube and eBay was not fun, I promise you I would be doing something different. So sometimes things that we enjoy, they can suck time from other things that they shouldn't. So you're right. We do have to balance even that. And Kelly just Calvin just brought up the A word.
Accountability. Yep.
Very, very important.
And it's not always fun to hear the accountability, but sometimes that kick in the pants is what you need.
Treasure Box Land, hello. I schedule things on a monthly calendar. We're going to talk about that in just a minute.
And yes, Callie and Wynn, I agree. Lord first and everything else falls in.
No doubt.
Treasure Box said that I don't think he should be looking for a box. Yes. So hopefully in the next couple of days, you should be there. He was one of our winners last week.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So hopefully it gets there to you. I know some of our mail has gotten hung up. So
yeah, I've sent the boxes, already sent the boxes off. So hopefully,
hopefully, I think if not today, tomorrow.
Colton has already got theirs. So hopefully, I wouldn't think it would be a week behind.
So I don't know about Ben.
Hopefully Ben's got his.
DJ Watkins just came in, so hey to DJ.
Money is a great tool. It's a horrible master.
Yes.
Write that one down. Money is a great tool. It's a good resource to use for other things. But if you make money the master, it rules over you.
Yeah.
That's a good word. Good word.
Say hey to Casey. Carolina Hustler just came in.
Hey, Casey. Casey's been crushing it.
Yep.
All right, here's the second point that I wanted to share. Have a plan. Now, guess what? We got a plan. I've made some notes for our live tonight. But I want to let you know that there are certain times in the reselling game, the reason that our time management is off is because we just sort of throw it on the wall and look for something to stick. And we don't have a plan because we're working for ourselves. We don't have a plan of, hey, this is what I need to get done. This is what I want to get done, and have a plan to get it done. Now, am I good at this? Heavens no, I'm not good at this. No. I wish I was good at this. I wish I had a better plan. There are times I still like a youth minister. I get up and fly by the seat of my pants. There's times that I don't spend time the best way, and I don't manage my time simply because
I'm getting it. Keep talking.
Yeah, simply because I don't have a plan. So I think. What is that slogan? That if you do not plan to succeed, you might as well plan to fail, or something like that. What is it? If you do not, it's something like that. But you get the point, right? If you don't have a game plan, I mean, there's no football coach that's going to go into a game and say, all right, guys, our plan is to win. No, we know your plan is to win and be successful and make money at eBay and do good on YouTube. But there has to be an agenda. There has to be a plan. There has to be this is how this is going to happen. I think making plans is really, really important. I make lists and try to knock off the hardest things in the day. Sam, that is, that's wise. Yes. To have a list and have hard things that you don't want to do and do it first. That's smart.
Outdoors, you could always make more money, but you only have so much time.
That's exactly right. That's a resource you cannot get back. That is that's so true. Mr. Ben says, I try when I get home to work and I leave my phone in the car until 9. When the kids go to sleep, then after that I have time for everything else. That something drags until 2 to 3. Wow. We got a good buddy of ours here we haven't seen in a while. Let's see.
Where's Mason?
We can find y'all are the best. Mason Davis.
And Danielle, if you're watching.
And I don't know if Danielle's in here. They're friends of ours. I don't know if they saw from the
they've been watching us before.
Thing we put out. Well, cool. Yep, they're good friends of ours. So grateful. Great to have y'all.
Good too. And where did it go?
Dan said something good. I don't know. Me and Dan ain't on terms right now. He doesn't. Dan's spending all my money on these baby Yodas.
Failure to plan is a plan to fail.
That is exactly right. That rascal done pulled a. He's 2 for 2.
He's Dan the Answer Man.
Dan the Answer Man. Yep, that's right. Failure to plan is a plan to fail. So that's what I was trying to say, and then Dapper Tiger brought it in right behind him.
Yep.
That's exactly right. So plan is valuable. It is important, and I encourage y'all. There's Brother Eric. What's up, hey, OBX Eric. Picker? Another one of those great YouTube channels that can teach you a bunch. Justin got it too. I knew it was there. I just couldn't get it out.
I don't know if we said hey to Miss Babette. Hey Miss Babette, she's here too.
That's a good one there, Eric. I had a plan, but I'm still working on it.
Well, sometimes plans, they go by the wayside. Sometimes plans, you write them down, and then something comes up, and they're shot. But I think it's keeping your head level and being able to just kind of recoil from that, recoup, gather yourself, and
let me ask y'all this. Do y'all have like listing goals? Do you have like, I want to list so much today, I want to do this?
He said, can you use that in a sentence definition? Country of origin.
That is, and we're gonna get on what Jimmy is talking about next. We've got something. My plan got punched in the face by Mike Tyson.
We have all had those days.
Yes.
Sometimes weeks where it feels like plans.
I was about to mimic the Mike Tyson voice, but I was afraid he would come through the YouTube and give me one of them rights and left. With the shirt on, he probably could. She done gone to meddling. I don't know what in the world she's talking about. By failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Happy days. That is so true, and that's kind of the point. Having a plan. Having a plan of attack so that when you have your time to do whatever you're doing, you can knock it out and you can go on and get it because you've got an agenda, you've got a plan. I have found out in so many different things in life is when I don't have a plan, that's when I get caught wandering, and that's when I get caught saying, hey, well, I can do this. Well, maybe I can do this, or maybe I can do this, when I should have just taken a few minutes just to plan it out. And when I plan it out, I can knock stuff out. 10 minutes listing a day, 10 minimal listings a day. That is wise. There's times I've gone way over that. There's been most days that I haven't. But I think that would be good for me, is to have a plan of saying, hey, I have a goal, either a weekly goal or a daily goal, to get this many listings done. Yep.
Just know, Funky, that you and Squashy are in our thoughts and prayers.
Ben's, that's so true. So many of our plans, he does laugh
God
at.
laugh, yes.
That's exactly right. Plans without action is just a dream. I tell you what, Dapper Tiger, he spits game when it comes to all of this. Use the head to decide, your heart to fuel you, and your hands to carry it out. That's
couldn't have said it better.
I can put that on a T-shirt. That is true.
I think, Colton, you should say chasing rats.
Squirrels, rats. Yeah, that's right. 15 a day. Eric has a plan of getting 15 a day. Brandon says, the Army taught me one thing about planning: be prepared for a lot of fragos and change your plans and roll with it. That's great. I probably said that word wrong. So guess what? Here's the third point. The third point is...
Hold on. Hey, Mike from Flippin' Goodies, and Beth from Pickin' Georgia Peaches is here.
Hello. So good having y'all with us tonight. But the third point in the time management talk, if you will, is expect distractions. Now, let me let y'all in on my day job. We pastored a church, and she's not watching. We had a secretary, and I loved her in Millen. But there'd be times I'd be working, and I'd be in the study, and I'd have my plans, and boy, I have it all worked out, and I'm ready. And she comes around the corner and starts talking. And she goes back to her office. I'm working, and then the phone rings. Y'all know what I mean? That happens in life. It happens so much in life that we set out a plan. We've got our time management. We need to expect delays. We need to expect distractions.
Like right now, I'm being distracted because I'm laughing at some of these comments.
Yeah, there are so many distractions that can go on. I want to let y'all in on something. This isn't good for YouTube business, but YouTube is a big distraction for the eBay business because I love watching y'all's content. I love watching so much YouTube that if I'm sitting at my computer, I know YouTube is one click away. So if I'm working hard on listing.
Tell the truth, am I a distraction?
All the time. She walks by and I'm like, woo! Who was that? Is that what you're talking about?
That's not what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about then. That's the distraction I was thinking about.
Nope.
Wendy says Habakkuk 2:2, write it down and make it plain on tablets. I have daily goals written down and try to meet them daily or weekly. That is wise. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Some people are so bad at planning and timing, they'll make a note, they'll write it down, and then they'll forget where they wrote it down.
Sam said you just gave away the YouTube secret.
Squirrel. Do you have a plan for sermons? Apply that to eBay. That's Richard. That's great. I do. I actually write out my message verbatim, and I don't always use it verbatim, but it prepares me to sort of keep my time. Sometimes I'm a little long. It jumped.
Of course, Funky, we try to watch and support everybody we can. He said we watch his content. He's honored. Well,
yes,
we're
indeed.
honored y'all are here for us tonight. Y'all don't realize how crazy it is to me to know that we're sitting here and y'all are here.
We're actually, that's right. And Ben's just saying, look, man, I'm trying to finish my paperwork, but I'm distracted because I'm listening. Yeah. I get it. Do you keep a pack of basketball cards in your pants pockets to distract Rip? That would be part of what it would. I'll move on.
I wouldn't be able to keep them unopened long enough. I'd have to open the cards. I don't keep cards here. Don't last.
Most certainly.
They get opened.
Joe says, the biggest thing I struggle with is working as a full-time father of 3 kids, basketball, baseball coach, part-time eBay YouTuber. Rev, can you talk to the big guy and make him add a few hours of the day? I think there was a few hours, a few times in Scripture where the sun stood still, but it hasn't happened often. So that's one thing that we all know is we get 24 hours in the day. But Joe, I promise you, spending time with your kids is, man, that, and you know it. I know you know that's a great thing. They're great distractions.
Yeah. I saw a question somewhere. Oh, it jumped. Where did it go?
We're looking
Nikki Rev,
for.
have y'all seen Lauren Daigle in concert? No, we have
No,
not.
we have
She's
not. We
one of my
love Lauren
favorites.
Daigle, most certainly.
Fluffy says, how can they not watch such a handsome man?
I understand. He's talking about himself, right? Is that what he's doing? It's gotta be.
How can we not watch?
Oh, well, maybe that's. But time management is like, it's one of those things that I think is valuable, and it is really, really important. But expect distractions.
Yes.
So if you expect distractions when they come, it's not going to throw you off your rocker.
Right.
If you know stuff is going to happen that is going to throw you off your schedule, don't get sideways with it. Just allow it to come. Face a distraction. Answer the telephone. Answer that email. Answer that text.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, and get back to it.
Cuts down. Hi, Radical Reseller. By the way, thanks
Hello,
for coming.
hello.
I think that cuts down too on the level of frustration you start to feel when interruptions or plans get changed or messed up, or your frustration level doesn't hit. I think that's one of the worst things for me too, and I think even for Rev, is when you let that frustration kind of seep in, and then it affects everything else. It doesn't just stay on the reselling side. It creeps into your family time. It creeps into other relationships because you're just frustrated and you're annoyed, and
it can happen to all of us. So if you expect a distraction, when that distraction comes, it won't mess up the rest of your day.
Hey, Ugly.
Once again, hey, good to see you. One of the things for me is I know this, and sometimes I'm gonna let y'all in once again into being a pastor. There are times that when I'm preaching, I'm the one convicted. I'm the one I'm preaching to me. I think it's the same way here. We're talking about expect distractions, and when they come, deal with them and then get back to it. Sometimes distractions can throw me off for the rest of the day, and that is not a good thing. Wendy says vision boards are a great resource. That's one of the things that we could talk about too. Listing boards. I know Lonnie does it, and so many others. Schedule your distractions and they don't mess up your time management. That's right. Yeah, I think I don't smoke, but I can get a drink break or schedule those in. Yeah. So if a distraction comes, it's not that big of a deal.
Focus on one thing at a time is also good to do it, as it keeps you from getting stressed and distracted.
That was just about one of those things. We've had people that say there's a major key in your business. That is so true. Flexibility. But some people can abuse the flexibility part and say, well, I got flex time. I can do what I want to do. And then you end up not getting anything done. But being flexible, not being too rigid, is really great advice.
Yeah. Sort of. Do our kids get involved in yard sales?
Not really. My daughter would be upset if we said, hey, we're going to yard sales. But if we told her we're going shopping, she'd dig it. I mean, she's game. But I don't know if she realizes that there can be some good stuff at yard sales, and it's hot and she likes air conditioner. But yeah, our kids, I think they enjoy the fruits of the yard sale. I just don't know if they enjoy yard sale.
We're hoping that they're watching and learning though. They've asked some questions about things, so hopefully.
Tommy, that's a great point. Yes. Moment notice deals always jack up my plans. I'm grateful for those distractions. When I look at Facebook and there's some deal that's 20 minutes away and I've got a schedule already, y'all, let me let y'all in on something. I had a Bible study one night, and I called the guys and be like, look, guys, I'm going through Atlanta and I'm coming back. I'm going to make it to the Bible study. It was this great deal that I just had to get to. And those guys loved me and they smiled and we had a great time. But I was about 30 minutes late to a Bible study because of a Facebook Marketplace deal.
Good night, Erin.
Good night, Miss Erin. So good to see you as always. So expect distractions, and let's make sure. Here's one. This is a big one, right? We talked about this a little bit earlier. Complete task. I think there's times that we make a list and we have 10 things that we want to get done. So we do a little bit of number 1, we do a little bit of number 4, we do a little bit of number 6, and then a little bit of number 10. And before long, we've done a little bit of everything, but we've really not completed anything. So I don't know if that's an issue for y'all, but I think it is important to have a task and to complete it so that even if you don't get everything done that you wanted to get done, at least you have finished something. At least you have, completed at least half of what you wanted to do. But if you just dabbled in everything all day, then you're not going to be able to get anything done.
Right.
So think of that. That's always good.
Hey, Iowa Bob. Joey just said Destiny went to Goodwill and she is starting her eBay journey. Awesome.
That's what I'm talking
Love
about.
it.
I know she will do great. She's got a good teacher. I know that. Treasure box. I photograph items first and finish the list on my computer. That's a great way. It's always good, like I say, to finish. I think it's really good.
Hey to Julie.
How many carburetors do you still have? That rascal he done went to meddling. Look at James. James.
We bought 500, and we probably have 480.
No, we probably don't have that many. I've sold a bunch of them, and I could sell these just the parts as they are and make good money off of them. But if I complete them, I will make a whole lot more money off of them. So they're put on the back burner. They're not a part of my plan, James. But that was good. I like how you did that.
Sorry, I was laughing at Dan's comment.
What did it say?
Don't forget to do a little number 2. Stay regular.
Oh yeah, that's right. That DDB. You better stay regular, most certainly. That's why I love crossing off tasks once they're done. Those strikes add up, and may be motivated to get them all done. That is so true. When you complete a task, you have that sense of accomplishment, and it makes you to want to stay on task to get more stuff done. Mm-hmm. But if you have worked all day and you look back and you think, man, I really didn't do anything, you won't be as motivated to start another task. So I think that is really, really important. You want to, our special guest, do we want to talk? Now. Okay.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I was saying not right now to his question.
Oh.
That he's not selling carburetors at the moment, no. He was, and then we started doing this type of reselling with what we have, and
keep on, I'll be back.
And so he is not doing carburetors right now. He just left this show to me, y'all. So no, not carburetors at this moment. Toddlers, yes. Toddlers can be a huge distraction. One thing that stops me from completing tasks is motivation. I think we've all been there where we wake up and there's just no motivation at all. Hey, Reverend Nikki T. Hey, Joseph. Your hair is so punk rock. Thank you, Joseph. I actually was blonde for a while. I went blonde for a while. And Rev was like tired of the blonde and said, I really want your dark hair back. So
I didn't say that.
I went dark. A little too dark.
All right, y'all. One of the things that we wanted
again because I took over the show.
Yes. One of the things that we wanted to mention is, why is time management important to us? Why is time management important to us?
Yeah.
And we want to introduce you to our very special guest. So our special guest can come in. Got one to sit here. You go around. Come over.
So we're going to introduce you to our...
These are our special guests tonight.
These are our special guests tonight. This is the Little Wheelers. Not so little Wheelers.
Yeah, this is our crew. This is JC. He is our oldest. James Clay. JC, yep. Say hey.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Reagan. Hello. She's, of course, our youngest.
Get Reagan a little bit more in there. Reagan is our youngest child. So y'all, tonight we have been talking with all of these awesome people about time management, and we all know we talk about that all often in our house, right? Don't we talk so much about time management? We really don't.
Oh, look, Danielle's saying hi to y'all. Her babies.
Oh,
not babies anymore. You wouldn't believe how big they are.
Hello, Miss Danielle. So good to see Miss Danielle. But this is why time management is so important to us, and why we need to actually get better at time management.
Did you know Uncle B said?
What is
it's a four-wheeler
now?
JC's pointing out Uncle B's
where'd it go?
comment.
Where'd it Are they tall? Yes, Dan. They are both taller than me now. I am the shortest in the house. And then Miss Summer said, "Oh, hi, JC and Reagan. You are adorable."
Yep, JC and Ray, no doubt. They get their good looks from their mama.
Yeah.
This is our crew, and this is the reason that we want. This is one of the reasons that we want to do better at time management.
Yeah.
And we had this conversation tonight is because we know we need to get better at time management. People always ask me like I have it all figured out. JC has a good looking hat.
He is his father's child, y'all.
Like I have it all figured out because I'm a full-time pastor and a fun-time reseller. But I want to ask our kids a few questions, and maybe it'll reveal a few things about us when it comes to time management. So, JC, you will be first in this first question. So, JC, are we ever rushed to get things done?
Every once in a while. Like, it really depends on, like, how long we have until.
Yeah.
Being so nice,
what
y'all.
is that? Have we ever rushed? And he's like, well, it really depends on how much time we have. You got that right,
Yes.
didn't you? That is true, brother.
What about you, Reagan?
Are we ever rushed?
I guess sometimes.
She's nervous.
She was rushed to get in here tonight. She was doing her hair and wanted to make sure. All right, Ray, look over here at the camera. There it is. We want to make sure we get everybody in there. But, yeah, that's one of the things that we are rushed. There are times as a family that I'm getting a listing done or I want to do this and we want to watch a video or it's time to eat. And there's times that we are rushed as a family. And a lot of times it's because our time management skills probably are not the way they should be. All right, Reagan, you'll go first this
Hello,
time.
Miss Jaleesa.
Hello. Reagan, you're first this time. Do we always stay on schedule?
You can be honest.
Do you always stay on schedule?
Not really.
No.
It's true, right? Sometimes, like the best made plans, of course, sometimes it doesn't always work out where whatever we have scheduled, and that's one thing in ministry too that this family has had to learn. We probably have been on more than one vacation where we've had to just turn around and come back home because either somebody was sick or somebody passed away, and we had to come back. And that's what's so cool about these kids is because I'm not the only one called into ministry. They're our family, so they're called in it too. And were they disappointed? Yeah, I was disappointed on each of those occasions. But they come back, and we have a great time, and it's been good. But our schedules don't always go to plan. There are times that our schedules are messed up because our time management is messed up.
Yeah.
Most of the times, when that happens, like we have to leave, we usually find somewhere else to go right after.
Yeah.
One of our favorite, best vacations, Danielle is here. We were in a church in Millen, and we went all the way down to Blue Springs in Florida for one night. Had to turn around and come all the way back to Millen from Blue Springs, Florida, and we set up our pop-up camper in our hometown at a state park.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. We enjoyed that a bunch.
JC, somebody said, who won at video games the other night?
Oh.
You or your dad?
Yeah, this one right
JC
here.
won.
I got to let y'all know, we talk about time management, and I played this rascal today, and I thought I had him. And how many times you beat me tonight, JC?
Twice.
You were so excited to say, how many times?
Twice.
How bad did you beat me?
The first time since it was first to 21 by 11 points.
Just say bad. You don't have to say how many points.
Give
Well, the
details,
first game we
y'all.
ever played against each other, it was an actual game, actual NBA game. I beat him by 50.
I need better time management so I can spend more time learning NBA 2K20. NBA 2K20. I need to learn that because he really stomped me in that game. So here's a question for y'all and our special guests. We thank them so very much for hanging out with us. And then we'll take a few questions and go.
Sam said you can say it loud and proud, JC. You can say yes.
He does, Sam. He doesn't need any assistance. He's being shy because he's on camera, I think, but he does really, really good.
JC, Uncle B says, would you clear the creek that your dad tried to jump?
in the video?
Would you clear it? Do you think you would clear it?
Oh yes. You
He
don't
said,
have to be scared.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Say it.
He most certainly would. He can't handle me yet. I still got a little weight class on him, but
What? Mr. Leroy says, if you were to resell, what would you resell?
no. You got a lot of stuff in your room that probably would resell. What are some of the things in your room that you could resell for great value right now?
Probably those vintage paintings that I have.
Yeah, I got
Like the baseball stuff.
Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, and the Pokemon cards.
What about all these little things you've built all over your room?
Oh yeah, my Lego sets.
Oh yeah, Star Wars
He's
Lego
actually got
sets
some
everywhere.
really awesome Lego sets. If he quits looking at them, they might. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna take and sell your Lego sets. So here's the final question for the kiddos, and then we'll turn to the questions in the chat as we get ready to go. Both of you, JC and Reagan, do you think we need to get better at time management as parents and resellers? Be honest.
Be honest.
Don't be scared. JC, what do you think?
I don't really think so. Like, 'cause,
Oh,
like
my.
you
You guys
find
are
some
being
way.
so sweet
No,
tonight.
like, y'all always find a way to like get your YouTube and the reselling, and then find another way to spend time as a family all together and all that. And
There you
I
go.
love you, brother. He got tears in my eyes. That's what we try to do. I didn't make him say that. I actually told him tonight I wanted him to be honest and to say the truth. So, JC, I appreciate that. That's what we try to do. We want to keep that balance. Reagan, you want to try to one up that?
I mean, some days.
Some days, yeah, I agree. I think both of those answers are correct. I think both JC and Reagan both are right. There are times we do need to get a whole lot better when it comes to time management, and there are times we're good at it, JC, that we haven't figured out. Joseph said, JC, do you have any Zion cards, or is your mom hoarding them? She is hoarding them. JC has, today, you just told me you wanted the jersey of who? Which rookie basketball player for the Hawks?
Cameron Reddish.
Cam Reddish. So he's got a few Cam Reddish cards, and has Rev sold anything of yours without you knowing it? Maybe. They wouldn't know it.
They would. Honestly, no, we have not.
No, we never have. We have actually purchased things to resell and turned up giving it to them.
Brandon says we all need to get a raise on your allowance.
Oh.
And DJ says you've earned a new Lego set.
Yes, that's right. They have it all figured out.
How many Lego sets does he get for that answer?
But this is why time management is important to us. And we just thought this would be a neat way as resellers and as a YouTube reselling couple that we just wanted to share that, our family is important to us. And because of that, our time management is important to us. And our ministry is important to us as a family. I'm called to serve the church that I pastor. And it takes priority over YouTube and over all of the things that we do. But we really, 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 really enjoy this community. We enjoy reselling, and we thank y'all so very much for hanging out with us tonight. So in 3 minutes, do y'all have any questions? Any questions?
For us?
Nothing is off limit unless we say it's off limit. Paul Millshout, number one Hawk. He was good. 60-win season with him.
Good night, Tim.
We've not done good.
Would Reagan resell? Would you be interested in reselling?
Do you like money, Reagan?
Yes. But I don't think I would resell.
You wouldn't resell?
So there you go.
So you just you just want a husband that resells, right? So he can give you all his money?
Funky Fluffy says JC Pokemon cards are big money right now, so resell and make a mint.
Yep, that's
he
right.
actually has some of the
he has a Charizard.
A couple of the Charizards.
He wants to show off his
couple
Charizard.
Of the Charizard, the GXs, and those that are supposedly kind of up there. So
I have one of those.
And I think Reagan does too.
Yep. Back before we were reselling all of this, we purchased a lot of those and I encouraged them to keep them mint and to keep them in good condition. And I think they have.
Funky Fluffy said, any advice on resourcing?
Any advice on resourcing? Sourcing for reselling or resourcing on time management. I don't know what the question is going to. I have a lot of sources where I purchase things to resell, and I think that's important. Just knowing where you're at. Every area is different, and I think finding a source that works for you and hitting it.
Here are his.
Is that those?
Yeah, that's all my megas.
Here
here
is
it
his Charizard that he has, which is pretty good.
Should be in a top loader.
Should be in a top loader. Are the kids thinking about reselling? I don't know.
Probably not at this time.
Dan said to both of you, engineer, science, technology, engineering, and math. Keep it up, youngsters. I'm proud of you. Well done, Rev and Nikki T.
Do y'all know anything about those words, that STEM program?
Mercari is
They're on
going
vacation.
good.
They're on summer break, so they don't want to know anything.
Mercari is going good, Eddie. I can't make it scroll.
Isn't it science, technology, engineering,
Yes, math.
mathematics?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Eddie asked me how Mercari was going. It's going good. I've got 24 listings right now, so I'm still baby steps, but I've had 4 sales, and they've all been delivered, and so I'm extremely happy about that.
I don't know. Happy Days says, how would I get my kids to part with their stuff, and is it okay for my kids to learn eBay to earn money? I think it's wise. I don't know how many of y'all have saw the Mercari ad that's on Facebook, and it's the mother saying that she takes her daughter's toys that she doesn't use anymore, and they sell them on Mercari so that she can have money to buy new stuff. And I think, hey, that's a neat concept. I think I probably could do that commercial by memory because I've seen it so many times.
Cajun asked, who is their favorite Pokemon?
Who's your favorite Pokemon, Jason?
I like the pink fluffy one. I don't know what his name is.
Reagan said she likes the pink fluffy one. I'm sure she does. Which one's yours?
Pikachu.
Oh, JC just dropped it out. Do you actually want that hat? I did use that hat for, it kind of looks good on you.
Funky Fluffy said there's an app called TCG, and it shows the value of your Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Joseph said sociology's the way to go. Any cards listed on Mercari? No.
No, well, I have my store for that.
Yeah, we do it on the Baptist Lottery ticket store. I haven't listed any cards.
It's probably a good idea.
Joey says his name is Squirtle or Jigglypuff.
Oh yeah,
Squirtle.
Squirtle or Jigglypuff.
Squirtle is like the turtle thing.
Yes.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
I've been wondering what Reagan's doing. Look over.
Yeah, look that way.
She's looking at the phone to read all of it. Pika, most certainly. Well, we do want to say to y'all, we're time management. We're an hour and 2 minutes in, so we want to make sure that we honor your time, each of you. So Treasure Box Land, I'll say to you again, I'm going to go and look. I think I took a picture of all the boxes and make sure I got everything right on your address. Make sure somebody else hadn't got your box. But we thank you. Does JC like the Hawks or the Bulldogs better?
Oh, tough question. Me, dogs.
It used to be the Georgia Bulldogs, but then I started to.
Oh.
I like the Hawks too. Go ahead, brother. Finish it.
Just kidding.
And then I just started to get more interested in the NBA, and now it's
Yep. So we have. He has really enjoyed with his new game. We've enjoyed basketball, and we enjoy basketball.
Funky Fluffy, I don't know if he's wanting to part with that. I don't.
Yeah, I think
he's
he
asking
likes
how much you want for your Charizard.
I think he wants to keep it.
He does have 2, but we need to put those in sleeves and top loaders.
You had them in the pages, and you took them out. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon said roll tide, JC.
Roll tide. At least he said no. That's
exactly
this year,
right. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be liking it.
Oh, you better hold up now. Don't be talking about Alabama.
Oh, here we go.
You got to win first. We got to win. LSU.
And they like your Ewok shirt.
Didn't they have a quarterback last year? LSU. What was that quarterback's name? He's gone. All
DJ
I know. He's a Bengal now.
He sold the Hot Wheels case he sent you a picture of last week for $40.
Oh, great. Yeah, I got one.
College fund. You right, D. You right. College fund.
Yeah, we got a Hot Wheels case here, but I keep it.
Will do.
Store a few Hot Wheels in. Well, we do want to say we thank y'all so very much. We did want to share with you our awesome kiddos as we talked about time management because they're important to us. Time is important to us. And I hope each of you, have maybe learned a little something. Hopefully you've had a good time as you've hung out with the four-wheelers tonight.
Yeah.
We know no way of closing out these videos and saying, can y'all do it? Deuces.
And God bless.
And may God bless. That's right. We love y'all. See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Uncle Pause.
Bye.